Hello everyone and welcome for another video of Love and Wargames. In this video we will do an unboxing and have a look at what is inside the newest box for the Covenant faction, which is the Icarus Battlefleet Set. As you can see, it is a middle-sized box. It is relatively small. It's about 50 pounds, which is going to be about 55 euros. It is composed mostly of ships that we already know, Mass 2 cruisers, frontline cruisers, some Marian frigates, etc. So things we know. However, there is of course the newest Icarus ship that we can see here, and we'll have a look at what exactly it looks like. Okay, so here we are. We have unboxed everything that was inside. I had a quick look because I wanted to see if it could be magnetized or not before. And before we have a look at all this resin, it is a lot of resin, the most I've ever seen in any War Cradle kit so far. Before we have a look at this, let's have a look at those. You might recognize them and say like, yes, of course, it's the frontline sprues of the Covenant. I've known them since the hunt for the Prometheus. However, have a quick look, they have been upgraded. And we can see some old style weapons, yes, okay. But they also have now these very cool new weapons. I am not sure of the name. They might be molecular disharmonizer or gravitonic impellerator or whichever. But these are the new weapons that can go on the Marian frigates. So that is very nice that they are now included. They had been teased for a little bit now, and yeah, very nice to see that War Cradle is not only evolving the rules, and they are very reactive on this front, but they also upgrade the basic sprues with these nice little bonuses, so giving us more weapon options, and yeah, just upgrading some things. Oh wow, look at those. Yeah, those are very cool weapon options. We will talk more in details about what is good in terms of rules in the what to build video that should be released within a few days after this unboxing video. And yeah, but for now we just have a look at the models and they look very good. Oh, this is also a new weapon, I think, for the Marian, as we can see. Yeah, looking really good. I don't have some old sprues to compare side by side, but yeah, they did had quite a few little things. And we see here as well some of these newest weapons, this little stuff that allows you to build the Châtelet variant, and if you don't use, you can use it as terrain or something to make a little airbase. The little tip works really well. And yeah, high quality plastic as always from War Cradle. And yeah, those weapons look so good. They just have weird names. I'm not sure what this is actually. Is it a null generator? Could be actually. And yeah, those weapons look very cool, very 20,000 leagues below the seas. And yeah, looks good as always. Now that we've seen these old upgraded sprues, let's have a look at the Icarus itself. So this is going to be the base for the ship itself. You can see that I think I got a little bit less quality resin this time. No, it needs just a little bit of cleaning, just a little bit. It's not damaged, just needs to be a little bit washed and clean, and it should be fine. But the details are as good as always. We can really see the details, and except the under, it actually looking really good. And you do get a lot of resin for the price. So this is looking very tough. It is actually a quite cheap-ish flagship, and it is relatively resilient for support battleship, especially if you build the Daedalus version. I might show you right away that these are the two versions that you can build, and is it the right way? No, more like this. And the Icarus is the one with the aircrafts on the side, and the Daedalus is the one with some shields on the side and some antennas and stuff. And the one thing I had a look, and I think it might be a little bit hard to magnetize, is that there is a heavy particle cannon here that is not on the Icarus, and it might be a little bit tricky to magnetize. This is the one point that might be a little bit tricky, and also these antennas on the back and the rear. Here you can see it's a mine layer, and this one has a little command center. So a lot of small details that might make it tricky to magnetize. What I would recommend is, of course, you're gonna glue this in the center here. We can always appreciate the appearance of this just SRS token launchers, like the Nansen also had those that can be thrown at a very short distance. Nice to see that they keep it consistent throughout their enlightened ships. And yeah, so you have this as your Icarus. You can have some weapons on the left, on the top, some particle beamers and stuff. But what I would recommend is that to say if it is a Daedalus or an Icarus, the main difference is these shields that are supposed to be on top, and when they are on top, they hide the aircraft tokens. So what I would recommend to do is just to magnetize this piece specifically somehow, maybe a little magnet here, like somehow, or maybe on the side, and keep it relatively hidden. And that's gonna be it to say when you switch from one version to the other. Because yes, one version has some antennas, one version has some line layers and stuff, but if you play in a friendly environment, and to be fair, even if you play in a competitive environment, I think just putting the shields on the side or not, and building just whichever version looks coolest to you should be enough. It will not change their footprint that much, maybe even at all, and it is going to be much easier. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the bits before we close this video. So as we've seen on the picture, there are a lot of little details that you can have. This is some sort of a command center, and yeah, it looks brilliant, actually. It looks almost like its own little mini boat, if you want to use it as an escort token. Just kidding, but yeah, as always, the Covenant faction has a very strong identity. We can see that both of these ships have advanced repair facilities, which are materialized by these little cranes. And yeah, no, I did get a little bit unlucky with the resin this time. Nothing a little good wash will not be able to take care of, but yeah, it is not perfect. I heard they had a little delay on the production line. Maybe it is actually only these boxes that they send in advance that have these little defaults. Because I heard they had some issues and they needed to fix it, and yeah, it is quite likely that the final version will be as perfect as always, because I've never had bad products from War Cradle. As you can see, my cat is coming to say hi. Hi, Padme. And we have here as well some more resin bits. Oh, she is very interested by the Covenant. Yes, she's a little scientist in the heart. Okay. We have this, as we said, and we have these antennas for the Daedalus. And oh, this looks like a almost automata center. Interesting. And yeah, again, final verdict on this would be to magnetize that, because you absolutely will need to say if it's a Daedalus or an Icarus. It will really change the appearance to have this on the side, like, do I see aircrafts or not? And just build the rear and the front, etc., as you like it. Maybe magnetize the heavy particle cannon if you can, or not. But yeah, and this, of course, magnetize it. Don't glue this weapon so you can remove it in case it is a Daedalus. But yeah, there's a lot of little options that will give a lot of cachet. I'm not sure how to say it in English, but like, yeah, a lot of little flair to the unit. But as long as we can understand easily what are the main weapons, and does it have aircraft, or does it have these little shields, that should be good. If you don't know what to build, basically, first of all, I will recommend you watch the what to build video. The Icarus is a very good aircraft carrier, quite fragile compared to the Nansen, for example, which is more like a battle carrier, but it is a very good and efficient ship. Fragile-ish, but the Daedalus has two things. First of all, it is a support. It has a very good repair capacities, and it is very resilient for its cost. Like, it is surprisingly resilient. It has very good ADV, including when it is crippled, so even gunnery weapons will have a hard time breaching it. It has magnetic and shield generators, and yeah, it is just a good tough ship, but its main specificity is that it boosts aerial units, and we don't have Covenant air units yet, so, and we don't know when they will be released. So until then, maybe don't glue everything, because we don't know which version might be very good. We will see what are the definitive rule when the aerial units come, but if they do happen to be the best way to play Covenant, you will be happy to have a Daedalus by then. Okay, that's gonna be it for today and for the unboxing of this Icarus Battlefleet. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up, it really helps. Tell us in the comments if you want any information about this. Assembly rules, as we said, are available for free online. And yeah, we hope to see you in the next video. First of all, there's going to be a what to build video about this, and then we will of course make a battle report showcasing this new beautiful Icarus on the table. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, remember to keep spreading the love all around you. Bye!